Hello, everybody. It's yoga time. I think it's 5:45. I have a different setup. I decided to do this in my living room. I like the natural light instead of the fake light from the wall I was on. Hello, Marge. I have a guest with me. Maybe he'll show his cat pose. Alaska is here. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. I'm hoping my phone's on a tripod, so I'm hoping that he doesn't decide to knock it over, because he might. He might. So I'm doing the whole practice from a chair. You can go on a couch. You want to be somewhere where you can have your feet flat on the floor. I'm sitting slightly forward of my chair. I'm just like in a folding chair. So that you can encourage your spine to be nice and long. So we want to have that encouragement of spine nice and long, feet flat on the floor. Hello, everybody. Welcome to yoga. I might get distracted because I normally don't practice in the same room with Alaska, but he's here. So it's going to be a test for me to stay in my yoga space. But we will get started. We've got some people on. So sitting in a chair on the edge of a couch, you want your feet on the floor. You can do this like sitting on the floor in a comfortable, easy pose with the legs crossed. I'm just showing that you can do yoga anywhere and anyhow, and I'm doing it on a chair. So my feet are flat on the floor. I feel pretty good here that my hips and my knees are in a good line. I'm moving my back away from the chair so I'm not just slouching this way. And engage the belly a little bit. So think about the navel gently lifted up and in. And then soften your front ribs down. Draw your shoulders up to your ears and then around and back. And really hold your shoulder blades slightly back and slightly down. And if it feels good to you, let your eyes close and take a few breaths in and out of the nose, if that's possible, if your nose is open and not stuffy. So just using this breath to center. We're relaxing the muscles of your face. Keeping the shoulder blades down. We're going to be talking about the shoulder blades a lot today. This is a neck release and upper back that you can do anywhere, seated, as long as you weren't driving. So maybe take a moment just to set an intention for class today. Maybe the intention is that you'll move forward without judgment, and also moving forward, just being really honest with yourself, deciding what feels good for you and what is doable. On your next inhalation, let your eyes open, and we'll take the arms up and overhead. So arms up and overhead, maybe fingertips to the sky. If it feels good, you can look up a little and exhale your hands, let them fan down. And I'm gonna set my hands right on my knees. We're gonna do a seated cat-cow. So as you breathe in, roll the shoulders back, draw your heart forward. You're arching your back a little bit, maybe gaze up without dropping the head back. And as you exhale, round. So I'm actually have my hands on my knees here, and I'm giving myself a little feedback, gently pulling. So I'm reaching back, but I'm also holding on purpose so I can feel that stretch. Spread your shoulder blades. Inhale, draw the heart forward. Let the upper spine melt into the heart, and exhale, round. Let the head drop a little bit. Keep going. Inhale, forward. And exhale, round. Let's talk about the tailbone. So as you move forward, the tailbone lifts a little bit along with the heart. And as you exhale, the tailbone curls under, making that C shape. A couple more times. Inhale. And exhale. Go your own rhythm. If this is too slow, speed it up. Inhale forward and exhale. Shh. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Really spread your shoulder blades. 1 more time. Inhale forward and exhale round. And then find your neutral spine. Let's move right up to the head. So for most of us, when we're sitting a long time, I'm gonna go this way, our shoulders move forward, and the head, I'm exaggerating, the head kind of juts forward and we're in this position. If you have a tendency to work at the computer like I've been doing a lot, or anything that's forward, where you're moving and hunching forward. So that's not the anatomical position that we want the body to be in. We want to stack more this way. So we're gonna focus on that, roll the shoulders back. And let's think about the head. Many times with us, our chin moves forward and then we end up having lots of tension here because the muscles that support the head and neck have to work really hard because we're pushing them forward when really the chin should be back this way. So we're gonna think about that, exaggerating. So think about putting your 2 fingers on your chin and just gently guiding the chin back. Exaggerate just a teeny bit until you might feel a little stretch at the back of the neck. I'll hold and breathe. And then release. And then once again, exhale, gently move the chin back. I'll do it from this way too. So moving the chin just gently. I'm exaggerating a little bit back. I feel that stretch there. And then release. A couple more times, moving it back. Exhale. And release. 1 more time. Exhale. And release. So when I do that, I want my chin to be level with the floor. Not too far forward, not too far back. I want to honor that inward cervical curvature of the spine, which goes inward. So I want to honor that. And let's move a little bit more into the spine now. Think about, we're going to make sort of a serpentine movement, drawing circles with the rib cage around the spine. Just kind of letting go some of that for a stronger stretch. So think about inhale, half the circle, exhale the other half. Inhale, half the circle, exhale the other half. Now as you come forward, draw your shoulder blades down and back. So exaggerate pushing the heart forward and pulling the elbows behind. If your hands are on your knees, you can kind of feel that. Pull the elbows behind. So really moving out of that rounded forward position, opening the heart. Because part of what happens is we really want the spine to start to stack the way it should. Now pause and go the other way. So you might feel this in the belly a little bit. Kind of have fun with it. Inhale, half the circle. Exhale the other half. A couple more times. Really pull the shoulder blades down and back. And then 1 more time, pause, sit tall. Draw your arms slightly forward and then elbows back. As the elbows come back, really think shoulder blades here. Draw them down, like down and toward of a V, and then in toward each other, squeeze. Now remember, if your head is pointing forward, chin forward, draw it back slightly and hold and breathe. So pull the navel up and in to support your spine. And release. Reaching forward towards me, exhale, elbows come back. The shoulder blades move down and inward, almost like to a V, and squeeze. Deep breath. Shoulder blades are shoulders away from their ears so that if you tested here, you'd have space in your neck. Keep breathing although you're holding. And release. 1 more time, reach to me, and then exhale. Elbows back, shoulder blades down and in toward each other slightly. It'll feel like you're in a bit of a back bend. Now here, melt the upper spine in toward the heart. It kind of feels like a back bend. Squeeze, 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 keep breathing. And release. Now take a moment and just sort of see how that feels. Make sure the chin's not pointing too far forward. Bring it back, shoulders down. Take some breaths and just notice that energy in the shoulder blades in the back. Beautiful. Inhale, reach the arms up and overhead, long spine. As you exhale, you're going to rotate to your right. So we don't rotate from here. We rotate from length, like I'm reaching up in the hands. Follow over to the right. Drop your shoulders down. Lift your belly. Soften your ribs in. And then turn your head and neck for as far as it feels good to gaze over. So we're not dropping the head. You want the chin level with the floor. Deep breath. Keep your feet firmly on the floor, only twisting from the spine, not rotating the hips. Hips are level. So keep your feet firmly on the floor. And then inhale, slowly come back to center, but keep the spine long. Reach the arms up and overhead, find length. And then keep that length as you rotate to the left. Keep your hips level. So keep, if you're on your chair, the feet are really pressing to the floor. Crown of the head lifts. Front ribs slide down. Make sure your shoulders aren't here. And then turn your head. It's like you're looking behind your shoulder. And maybe the eyes go up to the corner of the room if you can see the corner of the room. Deep breath. You're not dropping your chin back, it's just your eyes. Keep breathing, not holding the breath, and then exhale, slowly come center. Roll the shoulders a few times in one direction. And then the other way. So go the other way. Good. And now roll the shoulders so that they slide down the back shoulder blades to the back. Belly lifted, soften the front ribs in. Let's go right into a little bit more neck movement. Drop your right ear to your right shoulder. So starting nice and low. This is level 1. Keep the spine long. For level 2, reach your left arm away. Fingertips reach away. That'll bring a little bit more stretch here. It should feel good wherever you are. It shouldn't hurt. Keep your body active. So pressing feet, lifting the belly. Don't let the torso start to slouch. And then nice and easy, if you need to use your right hand just to lift the head, and we'll go the other way. So long spine, just the head moves. Left ear to left shoulder, level 1. Deep breath. Keep your shoulders moving down, shoulder blades moving back. If it feels good, take the right hand and reach away. Reach all the way through the fingers. I know they're not in the camera shot, but really reach away. Think about reaching through the little fingers. Deep breath. Really work your exhalations. And once again, you'll take your left hand if you need to, bring the head back to center. We'll do that again, adding a level 3. So spine nice and long, right ear to right shoulder. Right away, reach the left arm away. This is level 1 and then 2. Level 3, you'll take your right hand, not yanking on your head, but gently, just as if you're getting it a little bit of weight, just sort of helping to reach that ear a little bit lower. Now this is a little bit more intense. So if this is too much, change your level. Deep breath, keep your spine long. Keep your jaw soft. Keep your belly engaged. Good. And then if you need that help, use the same hand to lift. Roll the shoulders a couple of times. That can be a little intense. And then left ear to left shoulder. Level 1. Level 2, the arms reach away. That right arm reaches away. And level 3, if you want, and both sides are different, the hand just comes over the head and gently, you're not yanking, it's a gentle, like guiding downward. Deep breath. So this, you should feel this a little bit more. Deep, deep breath. Still, feet are planted. Lift through your pelvic floor. That's going to help keep your spine lifted. And then hand to the outside and lift the head. Slow neck circles, maybe just half. So right ear to right shoulder, trace the shape of the collarbone, and then come left ear, left shoulder. I need to drop my own left shoulder down. Exhale, back chin through, tracing the collarbone. Good. Couple more times. Now, if you feel really good making this a bigger movement, maybe drawing circles with your nose in front of your face, not dropping the head all the way back, you can add that. But if not, just that sort of pendulum moving down through the chin and tracing that collarbone right to left, that's good enough. So really keeping your jaw nice and loose. Maybe one or two more times. Then we're going to add on a little different angle in the neck going down the shoulder blades. Nice and easy. Bring the head back to center. So listen carefully. Right ear to right shoulder, and then turn the head so that the chin is sort of in line with the armpit. So I'm here, and then I'm turning so that I'm gazing down toward the shoulder. Reach the left arm away. If you can, take the right hand and get that little guiding again. So we're guiding downward. Be careful here. If you're really, really tight, you'll be able to feel it all the way down on the shoulder blade. You can also adjust your head. Be careful, don't yank on it. So lots of places to work. Keep your spine nice and long. Drop your left shoulder blade down. Good. Another breath or two, belly engaged. Now release the right hand and then slowly drop the chin toward the chest and lift the head. Take a couple breaths. And then the other way. Drop left ear to left shoulder. And then I'm just going to turn my head so the chin is sort of angling with my armpit. Maybe it's going to be your shoulder. For me, it feels best if I'm in my armpit. And reach the right arm away. Fingertips engaged. And then I can take my left hand and just someplace along my head, just gently pulling. It's a gentle pull. And I might feel that all the way down. I'm just sort of adjusting my head here. Feel those muscles all the way down because they attach right at the shoulder blade. You might even feel it kind of toward the middle of the back if you're really tight. Keep your spine long though, don't round forward. So you are the master here. You decide how much effort you're going to put here, how much intensity. Keep the breath flowing. And then release the hand and then slowly roll the chin toward the chest and let the head float up. Take a couple of shoulder rolls back. I might even move my head side to side to see how that feels. So remember, you're not yanking on the head. It's just a release. Beautiful. Bring the arms forward, and now you're going to cross your left arm under the right, and then bend at the elbow. So maybe you're here. If you can cross, you might be able to cross at the wrist as long as you're not here. So fingertips toward the sky. So you're here or here. Good. Now spine nice and long. Inhale, lift the elbows. Exhale, lower them. One or two more times like this, and then we're going to find a sweet spot where there's a little tenderness. You can really feel it if you squeeze the elbows together. And then go ahead and adjust your elbows until you can kind of feel right at the back of the shoulder. You feel there's that little sweet spot there. Hold and breathe. So it's really important to breathe here. It's really important that you are still remembering to keep the length of the spine. So about right now, we want to start to slouch. That doesn't really work. So really keep the spine long. Really find that sweet spot in there. You can even see, if you can find that wrist in the neck, but you're opening this part of the body, if you turn the head side to side, you might notice there's an ease in the neck. Another breath, and then exhale, release. Roll the shoulders up and down 1 or 2 times. And then we'll go the other way. Arms come forward. It's the left under the right. Am I right? No, it's the other way. It's the other way. It's the way you didn't just do. So bring your other arm underneath. Good. So you're here or here, but not here. So we're not doing this weirdness with the wrist. Your wrists are going to yell at you later. So here or here. Feet flat, spine long. Inhale, lift the shoulders. Exhale, lower. I should say elbows, it's not shoulders. Inhale, lift the elbows. Feel the shoulder blades move down the back. Exhale, lower. Now find that sweet spot. As you squeeze the elbows, you'll kind of find some space, some place in there. There's that little sweet spot. You can maybe feel it right across the upper back. Maybe across, like right at the base of the neck, you might be able to find it. Or maybe even, depending on how tight you are, you might feel it at the base of your, your lower upper back, if you will. Deep breath. Jaws unclenched. You can, again, test that. Turn your head side to side. You might feel this freedom in the neck, because we're opening up those spaces. Another breath, and exhale, release. Arms forward, one more time. Draw the elbows back, shoulder blades slide down and in, squeeze. Maybe turn the head right to left. Notice if there's freedom there as we're really moving the bones back to where they should be. And then release. Just take a few breaths and feel the difference in the body from now until, notice how it was different now than when you first came to class is what I'm trying to say. Nice. Now the time is kind of give yourself any sort of movement that you need. I feel like I need a side bend, so if you're in a chair, be super careful. So I'm going to lead a side bend. You can join me if you'd like. It's our last movement. So inhale, lift through the left arm. Exhale. Really careful here. I've got my hand on the chair. It's just a little side bend. Keep your hips on the chair if you're on a chair or on the couch. Make sure your shoulders stay down. So we just worked that. Don't let them creep back up. And if I want to look up, I turn my neck and head without dropping my neck back, because I just created some freedom there. I don't want to stress it out again. So really lift through that little finger, and then exhale, release, and then we'll go the other way. Think long, feet flat on the floor if you're on a chair. Exhale, side bend. So my nose can be forward, or I can turn my neck and head. Now I'm not looking at my fingers, I'm just looking just past my upper arm, keeping the back of the neck nice and long. I'm still breathing even though I'm holding. Belly is still strong. And then slowly release. Any other little movements there to release any tension? If you need to kind of roll the head around, if you need another twist, whatever feels good for you, go ahead and do that. Bring your hands to your heart, let your heart lift, and notice how much easier it is now to lift the heart. Notice that you found that you can feel the muscles along the spine, especially the upper back and right around the shoulder blades. Remembering to keep the heart open. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. And may you know peace. Namaste. Thank you, everybody, for joining today. Hopefully that really kind of helped to work out any kinks in your neck. I did that practice earlier today, and I can even feel the difference the second time I did it. So it's all like loose now, which is awesome. I will keep this video up on like my page. You can kind of scroll through it or whatever, and I encourage you to repeat it as many times as you need. So I will see you next Monday at the same time, 5:45. So I hope that you enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you soon.